We are here with Mr. Keith Gipson from Los Angeles, California, in the 22nd MCA Trade and Learn Expo. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you very much.
You just gave a lecture about how AI is working on items, on controls, system communication in the industry.
Yes.
I will start from the get-go.
Okay.
Okay. Um, how is AI changing the way companies operate in terms of logistics, of control, of visibility management in the industry?
Yeah, great question. It's first of all, I see it just as extremely disruptive because it's raising the bar as far as what we think we know about the performance of buildings. So, everyone knows the often cited statistic, buildings consume 40% of all electricity in the world and they routinely waste 30% of that. And we really haven't been able to move the needle on that energy savings. But what we're finding out by applying AI in earnest in an unsupervised fashion, call it, full self-driving for buildings, just like a Tesla autonomous robo-taxi. We've been able to achieve 48% energy efficiency gains, which is incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
really doubling up or tripling up what's normally possible by a human. I mean, average human-led, in MBCX, retro commissioning, whatever you call it, 16% is about the max that you can get, and we're achieving 3 times that.
And thus creating more space for the consumption of energy in terms of the
Yep.
facilities, factories. So
Yep.
you are allowing
Absolutely.
more balance.
Yep. And increased capacity. That's a very important point that I didn't get a chance to get into during the presentation. But people say, yeah, you reduce the energy by 48%, so you must be raising set points or decreasing the flow output. No, that human beings do that. There's no cheating going on here. So this is a honest to goodness tripling of the efficiency or increasing the efficiency. And so that means we turn a 1,000-ton unit into a virtual 13 or 1,400 ton chiller.
We in Puerto Rico are very fortunate because we have the tradition of Spain. We have the African culture, Spanish culture. We are being 120 something years with the U.S.
Yes.
We are a U.S. citizenship culture.
Hmm.
So when I spoke with my colleagues and we go to Latin America, even Europe, even Asia, Puerto Rico is very ahead.
Yes.
How is your reaction when you see that coming from the States? Like, I know you have been 40 years in the business, but it's been expanding and moving forward. How is your reaction to that when you see that?
I think it's just the willingness to be progressive and try new things. I mean, I think I mentioned it up on the stage where I went to Australia, when I was with Honeywell 35 years ago and ended up bringing a SCADA system called the Scan 3000, and now that's the Honeywell Buildings integrated. So I think, we kind of, I think we feel we kind of arrived in the States, and we're not really pushing the envelope enough. I think all the great innovations are coming out of places other than the continental United States. I mean, I have to say that, but I mean, I many times there's a lot of great stuff coming out of South Central Los Angeles and also Puerto
for
Rico.
sure. Yeah, but however, in the States are the most space to put everything on practice.
Yes,
So
yes.
they might not create the R&D or
No.
push the line, but they will make sure that they will put it in practice.
Yes, yes. I mean, and then the states enjoy pretty robust infrastructure of energy and all that stuff, so they can afford to kind of do other measures. But this is so impactful. I mean, and we're just pleased and proud that SEMA is our official exclusive representative in Puerto Rico. We want to make Puerto Rico the most energy efficient state in the United States.
You are in the right place. We are the Mechanical Contractors Association.
Yep.
So we for sure we want SEMA, we want your company to make sure that we provide that energy saving,
Yes.
that efficiency, and it's important that we as a association
Yes.
know exactly not only what is happening in the world, but what will happen
Yeah.
in the next 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
years.
Well, this is the state of the art as far as agentic autonomous control of buildings is Facil.ai.
Keith, I got two more questions for
Sure.
you. Okay, what do you think about the event so far?
I think it's great. First of all, I mean, just everyone's so hospitable and just open, and I really enjoy the open-mindedness of everybody that I've and I I was compare and contrast this, like, again, not to disparage anything that's going on in the States, but I just came from ASHRAE in Las Vegas last week.
Okay.
And after my presentation, I got a lot of skepticism. So it's a completely different reaction. Back there, it's like, well, you can't do that, and chillers can't be optimized that much. And then here, it's like nothing but, open arms, like, we're excited about this. And,
Yeah, whatever, just bring it
yeah,
on.
yeah. So
Okay.
I'm loving it.
And how do you see the the way these associations like this one could integrate in research and development, like your field?
Yeah.
How can we collaborate?
Excellent. Yeah, that's I mentioned Cal State University Dominguez Hills as my kind of official
Yeah.
case study. The first thing I did when I started Facil 6 years ago, right at the start of the pandemic, is I sought out a customer partner and really made a friendship with Kenny Seaton. He was 4 blocks away from my house. And I said, look, I'm not trying to sell you anything because I know I have to have the collaboration and the open-mindedness again to help create something like this, because you're gonna bloody your nose or get a
Yeah.
stub your knee, so you got to have somebody that's willing to go through with you. And so Kenny just has been a great partner of ours, and I want more of that. So what you're talking about with the MCA and your constituents and your customers are exactly what we're looking for.
Kit, it's a pleasure to have you here.
And thank you.
It's a pleasure that you take the time. It's an honor that you can teach us, lecture us, and help us
Yeah.
move forward.
And you're helping me. Without partners like you that are willing to push the envelope and experiment a little bit, I would not be able to do what I'm doing. So it's pleasure's all mine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
Welcome to Puerto Rico.
Thank you.